I didn't want to be here tonight. I didn't want to be here last week, and I apologize for snapping, but I was mad because us poor or middle class or whatever we are discriminated at this council all the time. If someone comes in has a little means or whatever, like the two gentlemen that came in on the planners, they could talk anytime, as long as they wanted at privilege of the floor, as long as they wanted during the resolution, as long as they wanted to do new business. But us peons, we got to have a limited time. So I'm sorry I snapped, but I've about had enough of the two different levels of communicating with the council. I came last time because, and this time because this resolution's on the table is nothing I asked for, nothing I want. I never asked for permission to fundraise. The fundraising is through Northern New York Community Foundation, and I don't have to have the city's permission because I did it for a dog park within a 15-mile radius of the city center because I didn't want the city to stand in the way of having it screw up again, and if I have to build a whole park outside the city, I would, but now that it's being forced, it looks like we're going to litigation, so that I wasn't going to come back, but everybody at the canine cancer walk this weekend was like, we want to, even if the mayor doesn't want to know, we want to know what the beef is and what's going on right now, so I'll attempt to go through it. When the new council started, when this master plan for Thompson Park came out, I asked that it not be approved because I felt it was just a way to stop the dog park from going at the Lookout, because in 2018, the councilwoman brought the master plan that said she didn't want it going there because hospice didn't want it going there. There's no reason it shouldn't go there. Hospice doesn't want it there. But, I feel we spent $160,000 on a plan to stop the dog park from going that spot, and all they came up with was frisbee golf. Never have I heard anybody ask for frisbee golf. We've had more people come through for dog park than anything in the history of Watertown in support of this. And I was told all summer long that I had the Lookout. I had the councilman set up at 2 separate events with me and told the public that we had the Lookout. And so all of a sudden, when the meeting happened that they announced the second location, I had never even been told that. I heard it with the rest of the public. If I had been told when I got home in the spring, we could have looked at it and maybe I would have thought it was better, but I wouldn't, because you put the dog park on the quiet side of the park because dog parks need quiet. If you're building anything on the park, that you don't want to add to the busy side, you add to the not busy side. The trail system is unique for the dog park, that little Fruit Loop trail. And you don't want kids around the dog park, so having out of sight, out of mind is better. And like, I know the mayor was against the Stewarts going by his business, and now he gets his coffee there, and I'm sure they appreciate the business and whatnot. But I think hospice will find once that dog park's there, the dog parks are quiet. They're not going to have noise, but they can bring I want a pavilion built so they can bring their patients up at lunchtime and watch the dogs play. There's nothing more cathartic than that. We could even build a 10 by 12 little HVAC controlled little viewing room for the handicapped to sit there and watch the dogs play. We could do so much with this spot. But all of a sudden they put it on the other spot, and that spot, you should put the skate park there. The skate park does not need to go to Sewell's Island. That's a bad area. People said they didn't want to bring their dogs down there. They're not going to want to drop their kids down there. The parents will love it if their teenagers have something to do at the park. The councilman said it was uphill, so they didn't think the teenagers could get there. And I was like, if you give them a nice skate park, they're going to find a way to get there. But what happened is I heard that there was a commercial for the dog park. I've been doing this 16 years. I think I would be involved in it. I called Northern New York Community Foundation. They didn't know anything about it. They'd got a resolution with my name on saying they wanted to collect, and then I heard at the council meeting that they were going to collect in the fund started in 2014 for the Factory Street project. That was illegally started in 2014 because the mayor went on the radio and recruited someone to raise money for the city. That's 0 degrees of separation. It's against municipal charity laws. So you're not going to take that charity or get somebody else to do a charity. Cities cannot collect for their own projects. It has to be cathartic. It has to come from the public. If they wanted to support, like people want to support the skate park or the dog park, but the fund is going to be more than the dog park, and I will not let the city steal this charity away and break municipal laws again. I think that's about it. Wait a minute. So I mean, I would put in a notice of claim for the Lookout spot because in 2014, the mayor at the time sat up there and said he would listen to the people and give the people what they wanted. And 85% of the people that responded said they wanted the lookout. So I think we have a pretty fair notice of claim. But if we go to court, it's also 16 years violation of the Townsend Park Charter. I don't want to see the city lose the park. I want to do something good for the city. I want to have this charity to help with the feral cats problem, help with anything animal that the city never wants to help with. I want this charity to be something special. I've got 3 books I'm writing. They're all ready to go out, or the third one needs printing, or excuse me, artwork. But I'm going to give half the money to this charity, at least. So, I mean, I'm just trying to do something good. And, you know, let's just stop trying to sell the dog people short. They're a third of the population. They deserve the best spot they can at the park, which is the lookout. Thank you. And thank you for the extra time.
Thank you, sir.